ladies? Welcome back to my channel, The Lady Yoni Show, where we talk about natural feminine health, womb wellness, yoni self-care, and that goddess energy, girl. So you have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned to all the other videos that we got coming out, and so we could be family. In this video, we're gonna be talking about them toxic behind chemicals that could be wreaking havoc on our boom, girl. And I'm talking about chemicals in our menstrual care products. Yes, if you don't know already, you're gonna find out today. There's a lot of things going on in our menstrual care products that we need to be mindful. We already got the doggone Aunt Flo visiting us, but we don't need all these other toxic chemicals coming in and causing all this stuff with dryness and BV and yeast and this and that and all this other woman health issues. We like, I need something natural, something organic. So we're going to be talking about all these different products, all these different type of toxic chemicals that we need to avoid. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Upon about what type of toxic chemicals that could be in our menstrual care products. And when I went down this rabbit hole, y'all, I did not know I was going to find out all this. I was like, oh my gosh, at the time, you guys, I was using Dollar Tree pads. Do not judge me. I've already talked about it before. I already went through the embarrassment, you guys. Yes, I used to go get them dollar behind pads and put it on my poom, not knowing they had all these different types of chemicals, different type of things that's going on, all these cheap materials that we don't even need to be putting even on our bodies or just working around. Girl. So when I just started looking into like why certain pads are like organic and natural, like what's the difference between these? Like, is it toxins I need to be worried about? It's showing up, you guys. Oh my goodness. When I made that transition to using more natural, organic feminine care products and also menstrual care products, it changed my life. I even noticed a difference in my period. Like, I used to have painful menstrual cramps, PMS, mood swings, and heavy bleeding. But once I stopped using them doggone Dollar Tree pads and put a couple more dollars in my menstrual care product, I was like, let me just try something. I'm already into like natural living and stuff. Let's see what she talking about. It was a little expensive, girl. I was like, I don't want to spend $5, but I went on and spent that $5. And ooh, baby, let me tell you, it was like my period was not really on. And that was the first time in a long time I had an actual cycle where my cramps was not making me lay in bed and crying and hugging the doggone pillows and just out of it. I was just like, oh, I can actually walk around and be happy and be free. Like, I can actually live. Because before, I was not living for a long time. And that's because I had a lot of stress going on, eating the wrong type of foods, and being wrong with the type of men I was messing up with, and bringing all that doggone trauma in my womb and wasn't addressing old trauma. And I talk about this in my other video, how to have a healthier, happier period. Different things that could be causing issues. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and hit the whatever that thing is up there, girl. I'm going to put it up there so you could go ahead and hit it so you could learn more about natural ways that you can have a healthy, happy period. But let's go ahead and get into these toxic behind chemicals. So in the menstrual care industry, we have a lot of toxic chemicals, even in the most popular brands that you would have not even guessed. And I'm not going to name none of these brands, but I will talk about the natural organic brands that I use and I love later on in the video. But they have a lot of toxic chemicals, a lot of things in their products that we may not be even aware of. A little separate from the food industry, the menstrual care industry, they're not necessarily required to list these ingredients so you know, like, if you're putting these toxic chemicals on your poom, inside your poom, and maybe causing all these different type of irritations, allergies, even all these other things. Also, do your research and see, okay, is this brand use these type of chemicals? But the best way you could do is look into the brands that's not using the chemicals. They will actually list and say, no this, no that, free this, free that, and all those things of that nature. And also saying organic. So let's list these toxic chemicals. Number 1, chlorine and bleach. And I know y'all like, wait, chlorine and bleach? I didn't even know. Yeah, a lot of times the menstrual care industry will use bleach or chlorine to make the pad or the tampon look white. So most times menstrual care products do not look white in the beginning or during the manufacturing and process of making these products. They look a little different. They may be more brown or what are the colors that they use with the materials and all these different things. It kind of makes sense, but then it kind of don't for me. But anyways, chlorine and bleach have been known to cause skin irritations or allergic reactions in certain type of people. I personally am allergic to bleach. So it's probably one of the reasons why I was having issues when I was wearing my pads, and I have even more big major cramps and just feeling a certain type of way, especially when I was using Dollar Tree pads. And girl, that's one of the main things I was like, I had to step away from, is being mindful, okay, who using bleach and stuff of that nature, because I didn't even realize I was even allergic to bleach. Another type of toxic chemicals that could be in our menstrual care products is phthalates. Phthalates, I have to stay away from, because phthalates is very well known for being hormone disruptive. There's so many scientific research out there, and that's why you see a lot of different type of other products that may say phthalates free, and this is no phthalates in here, and especially in the beauty cosmetic industry. Phthalates have been shown to be hormone disruptors, which basically mean that in our cells, say I'm a big behind cell, I'm a cute little cell in the body, right? And on the outside of cells, we have these different types of receptors. And if you need estrogen within the cell, or you need to produce estrogen in the cell, those phthalates are down there blocking estrogen or whatever hormone that it needs to bring in. It's at the receptor and it's blocking it, or it's mimicking synthetic forms, and it's causing hormonal imbalances. And a lot of reasons why is because phthalates, or even other type of chemicals like BPA or PVC. BPA is bisphenol A. PVC you probably heard of with different type of pipings and stuff with building material. Is polyvinyl chloride. Girl, I know the doggone tongue twister with these doggone words. These are very well known petroleum-based chemicals. And basically what petroleum is, I'm not going to go deep down the rabbit hole and the science behind it, but if you might have heard of crude oil, or you might have heard of plastic, acrylic. These chemicals are the same thing, just nothing but a plastic in a different type of form, but it's still plastic within the wholeness and how it's the chemical makeup of it, the composition of it. And so what it does to the earth is crazy. It's not biodegradable. It causes greenhouse effects and all this different stuff with the environment and things of that nature, but also it causes issues within our body and reproductive health issues. And when we bring in those chemicals and have, especially on our menstrual care products, putting it right there in this open area to our pom-poms and allowing all these toxins to seep within. And then we run it while we have all these different type of reproductive health issues going on. I've done the research and just starting to make some correlations between women health issues and plastic industry and how it really changed, and why on the rise we have so much women health issues, especially in the reproductive area, the womb area. We got fibroids and PCOS and endometriosis. And I really think there's a correlation there, and so I'm still doing my research and still understanding it. You guys, there's scientific research out there that is definitely saying that these chemicals are causing hormonal disruption, and once you have hormonal imbalances within your body, you end up having reproductive health issues. Another hormonal disruptor is very popular in the cosmetic industry, but it also could be in our menstrual care products, parabens. Parabens. You might have seen a lot of you like, yeah, I've seen the word paraben before. I didn't know it was toxic. Yes, girl. There's a lot of research saying that parabens are also hormonal disruptor, also called endocrine disruptor, that's going down there within our body and may be causing all these reproductive health issues that we could be seeing in women. Just like phthalates or PVC or BPA, it's nothing but a doggone plastic. That's why it's so popular in our products, because it's cheap to make, it's cheap to get, and they put it into our products to make things more smoother, like a moisturizer and things of that nature. So you probably seen in your lotions or in different types of soaps. And yes, it does make skin smoother, but I don't need all the other side effects what's down here causing records in my doggone wall. Especially I don't need it in my menstrual care products, because I don't need all those extra other ingredients any doggone ways. Just collect what you're supposed to be collecting. What's all this other stuff for? Now let's talk about fragrance. You probably have seen fragrance in your menstrual care products, and it probably said like, hey, we have fragrance here to make things more sweeter, to make things smell better, because we got things going on that's leaking out our body and make smell a little funky, make smell like pennies or fish or. And so they add fragrance in our menstrual care products to bring about a good sweeter smell, to help, mask the smell. But it's also masking all them toxins into your body. And fragrance is very well known to be a skin irritant or causes allergic reactions. So if you have very sensitive skin like your girl, you need to be very mindful of your menstrual care products. I don't need all the doggone fragrances, because most time fragrance is made out of synthetic chemicals, and that's the reason why it could be causing all these issues, because it's not like the plant-based, like the essential essential oil like lavender or something like that. And sometimes fragrance will say fragrance or this type of fragrance made out of this organic lavender oil. I think that is okay, but when it don't really say what it is, it just say fragrance, I'm good, buddy. Once I stopped using fragrance, not only my menstrual care products, but also like my feminine washes, all these different type of soaps, and it was causing me to have doggone BV, and I did not realize that. I stopped using. I was like, oh, that's why this type of soap with fragrance and it did not mesh well with me. For me and my sensitive skin, fragrance is a no, honey. Not only not menstrual care products, that some of these toxic chemicals can be hormone disruptors or causing hormonal imbalances and skin irritations and allergic reactions. They also can be carcinogenic, which means causing cancer causing. And it's like, what? Chemicals, they could be, and why they put this in our doggone pads and tampons and stuff of that nature. And some of the chemicals are formaldehyde. Yes. Formaldehyde is basically used for preservatives, and it also can help with preventing the growth of like bacteria and fungi, which makes sense because when you have all that blood and stuff of that nature down there, you might not want to be producing all of that. But formaldehyde has been known to be very toxic and causing cancer. Yes, it does what it do to preserve, but if you're going to preserve or put my body in a state of imbalance, I don't want you, girl. I don't need you down there. Bye-bye. And Dioxins is another known carcinogenic product. So you want to be mindful looking for these toxic chemicals. Some of these brands will name what ingredients they have, but they best believe won't name all of them. You want to look for things that say free. No, like no dyes, no fragrance, or phthalates free, or no bleach, and all these different things. And when you're looking at your menstrual care products, you also want to look for the words organic, natural. You want to look for organic as well, because you could also have pesticides or herbicides that have been used for like the bamboo or the cotton. And if it's not organic, best believe it's going to be sprayed with all those other different type of toxic chemicals that they definitely are not going to even list, because it's not really made in the production of the actual pad, but in the care of the cotton. So you want to make sure that it says organic cotton, bamboo. Go ahead and do your research and just find out, okay, what's in our menstrual care products. You're going to see a lot of different articles. I also have an article on my blog where I'm talking about the different types of toxic chemicals you want to be mindful of. So you want like a list and just something to read through, go ahead to my website, go to the blog. It's going to be linked below about all these different types of chemicals that you want to be mindful of in your menstrual care products. Some of the best brands I love using is Cora. Cora is one of the brands I started out using when I transitioned over. I also use Honey Pot. I love you some of the infused herbal pads. I did not know, when I first started using the infused herbal pads, I did not know it had the infused in there. And girl, you want to be mindful. You get them doggone pads, some things a little spicy. You're going to be like, girl, when I was like, oh, what's something different, something a little spicy. I smelled it, I'm like, something a little tangy. What is that? I'm like, oh. And I know it started to feel like a little something in my womb. I said, I kind of like that. And some told me go read about it. So when I read about it, said herbal infused, I said, oh, thank you. Because I thought something was going on with Candace. But like I always say, be mindful, because it might be a little spicy. Another brand I like using is Real. I love me some Real. And I will list also some more brands on this video of like different type of organic, natural menstrual care products that you could use today, sis. That you get from Target or Amazon or wherever you like. Start getting into the organic, the natural world with your menstrual care products. And just be mindful what you putting on your pum-pum, because this could be going into your body. It could be causing hormonal imbalances, wonky pH balances, and all these different things. We want to be nice and balanced and in tune with our womb, and just be able to just be free and healthy and happy, and also not affect the earth. But that's a whole nother video. Alright, ladies, so that's my video on the toxic chemicals that could be in our menstrual care products. And I know your brain is like, whoa, I've seen this toxic chemical in this and in that and this and this and that. Go ahead and do your research. Don't believe with just what I had said, girl. Do your research and understand why these chemicals are in our products, why you should not be using these products, and just being mindful of what you invite into your boom girl, into your womb, so we can be natural and healthy and free, but also not using things that are affecting the earth and the environment. We are living and natural beings, so we want to be careful of the chemicals that we could be using that's causing, if I'm using you to collect this blood and for my menstruation, I don't need you to be causing womb health issues at the same time. So, like, come on now, it makes sense. So if you love this video, if you learned something new today, go ahead and share this video with your sisters, because I know a lot of other sisters could use this information. Comment below if you learned something new today, or you want to talk about something that you might not have understood. I will answer all your questions in the comment section below. And if you have not already, subscribe to this channel so you get more information about natural feminine healthcare tips, warm wellness, Yoni self-care, and that goddess energy. Sis, be sure to drink you some water, girl. Eat you some fresh fruits, some fresh vegetables, and what? Do not call Toxic Tony, Dirty Danielle, whatever floats your boat. Make sure they are right and positive and in vibration alignment with yourself. So if you in your warm healing, you in your bag, and you in this, and you trying to stay positive, and you trying to be a new woman, you trying to get to that different level that you've been working on your goals and your manifestation, you need to be mindful of everything in your environment, from the foods that you eat, the people that you hanging out with or bringing into your home. Be mindful. All we do in 2024 and the rest from now on is we on that positive vibrations. Okay, sis? I love you guys. You are a queen. You are a goddess. You are empress. If you have not heard that today, you just heard it from your sister. Okay? So be sure to tell yourself you are that girl. Okay?